So welcome, our beloved, brilliant brother Akeem. My brother, I've known you for years, and I'm honored to call you my beloved brother. And as always at Setsi, we begin all things by giving thanks to our Creator, by acknowledging the original stewards of the various lands we're on. We acknowledge all our ancestors, all those who toiled without compassion or compensation. We acknowledge all our elders and community stalwarts whose shoulders we stand on as we build, share, and learn together for our collective liberation and sovereignty. So, Brother Akeem, could you please introduce yourself to our listeners and viewers and share a bit about your remarkable work?
Awesome. My name is Akeem Gardner. I'm CEO and founder of Canera Inc. And we are a biotechnology company going back to our roots, looking at harnessing nature's simplicity with modern day technology to develop medicines that can help us treat a wide variety of complex diseases. So I'm very excited to be here, share a little bit about what we're working on, and really how we can use the tools that advanced technologies and science and universities have given us today to really understand how all of our ancestors all over the world would use the plants, the herbs, what nature and God gave us to be able to heal ourselves from some of the chronic diseases and illnesses that plague us all throughout humanity.
Ashe, I couldn't agree more. My brother, since the day we met years ago, you're an entrepreneur's entrepreneur. Like you are consistently on your work day in and day out. You have that macro patience, but that micro urgency day in and day out. So my question is, what's inspiring you right now? What has you curious, or what's keeping you up at night?
I really like how you said that about macro patience, but micro urgency. I'm gonna use that one in the future, and it's really all about that. So like you said, originally when I started my story, it was because of the opportunity that our federal government in Canada was giving us surrounding the legalization of cannabis, marijuana, and this plant. And because we legalized before the rest of the world, I knew that there was a once in a lifetime opportunity for me to become an entrepreneur and investigate all the hidden values of this plant for people that look like us. There wasn't anyone, people of color, that were doing this. And even the people that were interested in the plant, either they come from black market recreational stuff, right? Or they're in areas of the world where you can't really start the right um, academic research partnerships, get the clinical trial work done, so on and so forth. So I knew that Canada was giving us this once in a lifetime opportunity, and I was in the right place, right time, just having graduated from law school to understand the opportunity that was coming about. That I said, hey, if I can start now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, my future self would thank me for beginning and starting early. But not only myself, other people that look like us, that come from the backgrounds that we come from, that traditionally only see the cannabis plant in hip hop videos and only understand the recreational use. I wanted to be able to inspire them to go a different route, a scientific route, a STEM or responsible use route, and see all the benefits that we can get from this plant. Unlike what previously happened in certain communities with the war on drugs, primarily what was done in the United States with discrimination, prohibition, and so on and so forth. So now that I've started and now that I'm 5 years in on my journey, the world of opportunity has opened up, the world of knowledge has opened up. I'm starting to understand what we can really get from this plant and other plants similar to the cannabis and hemp plant in regards to their medicinal properties, and the opportunity to be able to share that again, not only with people that look like us, but with share the benefits of that with my family, with my parents, my grandparents, to help people with their pain, to help people that have no other solutions. Right now, we're working on a therapeutic for ALS, motor neuron disease, 150 years since its original discovery or diagnosis of ALS. No one's been able to find a cure for this. People die 2 to 5 years after being diagnosed with ALS. And to think that the cure, or not the cure, but a treatment for it, something that can help patients improve their quality of life and extend survival, is in nature and plants. God gave us the solutions. Now we just need to be able to harness that and present it back to the world in a way that the traditional pharmaceutical companies or biotechnology companies will understand. And we're well on our way for doing that.
Ashe, my brother. God bless you. You're doing incredible work. And once again, you make our ancestors proud. You do the work. So I appreciate you.
Thank
My next question, what challenges and barriers do you face in your work? And what are some of the approaches you and your colleagues are taking to overcome some of these challenges and barriers?
Well, straight up, not a lot of people that look like us, not a lot of colored people in biotechnology, not a lot of colored people that are leading their own companies in this space. People work for different organizations, but to be able to go out as a founder that has taken my non-traditional path and be able to find people that are comfortable investing money to see us go forward is extremely challenging. Now, with that being said, we're never one to cry over spilled milk. We know that we have to be the hardest working people. We need to work 2 times, 3 times as hard to be able to prove ourselves. And we need to continue to show up regardless of whatever obstacles stand in front of our way. So that's the approach that we always take to the way of world, or the way of the world, into our everyday responsibilities. We continue to show up. We continue to make sure that we're very diligent in what we know. We try things without being afraid of failure. And that's one of our our hidden superpowers, because we're able to rebound fast from failed experiments, from mistakes made, learn from them, recover, and then show ourselves to the world um, uh, with the appropriate resilience and with the appropriate resolve for people to say, like you said, we're entrepreneurs. We're not going to quit because things get hard. We know that there's a way forward. We may not have the knowledge ourselves today, but we're eager to learn. And where we have gaps in our team, this is where I'm very fortunate to have a very wise group of elders, of science advisors, and business advisors, because these are people that have been there, done this previously before, and they are willing to coach us as the next generation of entrepreneurs who have all the opportunity in the world to create the solutions that will help us and a bunch of people dealing with the things that they're suffering from.
Ashe, that's incredible. And I always say, Akeem's one of, well, your entrepreneur's favorite entrepreneur. So I appreciate what you're doing, brother. So my next question is, do you have a set of key priorities right now in your work?
Yes. So right now we're at a very exciting time in our business and in our growth, where we're looking to raise our first round of institutional financing that will let us hit a few milestones that sets our future trajectory towards initial public offering and IPO. I was telling you that since the last time we spoke, we're very fortunate, and I'm very pleased to share we've been able to raise a total of $9 million between friends and family, high net worth angel investors, and government funding from our federal and provincial government. With that $9 million, now we're looking for our seed. So it's a $35 million round that allows us to complete the construction of our manufacturing facility that we're building in the greater Niagara region. After we complete that, then we can manufacture our goods for clinical trial studies. So we have our for the treatment of ALS, motor neuron disease. We can get that into phase 2 clinical trials, show that we can have benefits for the patients, get it to market, and then that will open up the world to us, because we have a number of assets that are at the preclinical stage. As you know, in this game, you have to pick and choose the one that will get you the credibility amongst the audience. After that, they'll support you for all your other assets in development. So we know what's going to come first. We have our ready. We need to complete the financing, which is what we're working on right now. As I mentioned, we have half committed, and we're looking for investors that can participate in the remainder of the round. And then with that, we are going to continue to use that capital to continue to add value, not only for our shareholders, but for the patients that are looking for solutions from the chronic and complex diseases that we know that we can solve.
That's incredible, my brother. I'm so proud of you. Listen, continue the great work. So my second last question, what is your ultimate goal? And what does success look like and feel like to you and your colleagues?
So in regards to our business, we have a very clear capital strategy that will take us from a private company to a public company, and then which will give us the opportunity to continue to grow as we continue to discover and develop novel therapeutics that come from plants. We will maximize the value and the impact that I can have as a growing entrepreneur. When I first started, I never would have imagined that this is where this journey from the farm would take me to being the CEO of a biotechnology company. and I have no clue where my hard work and dedication can take me from here. But if I continue to work every single day and we continue to do it with the joy and the team that we're building around us, the potential for value creation, not only for shareholders, but also for patients, is indescribable. We know that we can help people with inflammatory related diseases, with neurodegenerative diseases, and we know know and understand the connection, longevity, health span, cancers, cardiovascular diseases, and more.
So, my last question, my brother, do you have any calls to action or closing thoughts for our listeners and our viewers?
So what I will say is anyone who's interested in learning more about what we're doing or interested in how they can play a role, feel free. I highly encourage you to reach out. You can reach me at, you can get us at our company website, canurta.com, or reach me at Akeem, Akeem, at canurta.com. And we are always open to developing the right relationships, bringing in the right business partners or investors that help us accomplish our overall mission. My job in this is, as the CEO, I sort of look at my job as like a general manager of a sports team, putting together the right team to win a championship. It's not just us that we're currently working with, that we need to solve the many different problems that we have in regards to health and wellness, for people all around the world. So anyone who has an interest, anyone who wants to learn more, anyone who wants to understand our science, and anyone who also has plans that they want to understand the science of. Again, as I mentioned, even though we're starting with cannabis hemp, there are a number of different plants that we have our eyes on, from all around the world that we know will provide therapeutic benefits. So we need our elders, we need our investors, we need our mentors, we need our other business people, we need our clinicians. All of us, it's going to take a village to be able to win this championship. So anyone who has any part to play in this ecosystem, please reach out. We need your help to be able to get to our championship and to get to success.
That's beautiful, my brother. I appreciate the introspection, your tenacity, your diligence, your resilience, and your killer passion, not just for entrepreneurship, but for helping others. So I really appreciate all that you do for so many. And like I said twice before in this conversation, you make our ancestors proud, and I'm honored to call you my beloved brother. And as always at Setsi, we close the way it began by giving thanks to our creator, by acknowledging the original stewards, the various lands we're on. We acknowledge all our ancestors, all those who toiled without compassion or compensation, all those elders and community stalwarts whose shoulders we stand on as we build, share, and learn together for our collective liberation and sovereignty. I appreciate you, my brother.
Peace.